Hello, it's a nice day. Today we read Proverbs 26 and Songs 1.
Song of Solomon?
No, it's just Songs of Songs in here.
Oh, okay. And in some versions, it's Song of Solomon.
Yeah. So I like verse 21 in Proverbs 26. As charcoal fuels burning coals and wood fuels fire, so a quarrelsome person fuels a dispute. So it's not a good trait to have when you're like around somebody who's always making stuff worse. Like kind of like they look for fights and conflict, and that you might be good a couple times, you might be able to get away with that. You might win a few fights, but once you do that with the wrong person, then you might end up on the news or something, and that's just not like something you really want to. You might even die or end up very injured or whatever. So it's important to be around people who are level-headed and aren't always being erratic and making choices that will put your life in jeopardy.
Amen. You know what really surprised me? I was like, how could there be violence and drive-by shootings even in a pandemic? They said yesterday there were still 12 shootings. I'm like, isn't everybody supposed to be in the house?
Negroes.
But I'm saying, even though it's warm weather, but I just couldn't understand that. And something else as far as getting along and versus conflict, I read the biography of Vincent van Gogh this morning, 120 pages. But anyway, I wanted to read that to prepare for my students' class session. And he was he had a lot of issues, mental. He didn't get along with a lot of people. And we know the story of Van Gogh, how he had an argument with, or some type of conflict with another artist, Gauguin. And instead of cutting Gauguin's ear, he cut his own ear. He just had a lot of inner turmoil. So what am I saying is you could be so gifted, you can be genius, but if you do not have the peace of God, and he started out as someone who was trying to be a preacher, and he was reading the Bible a lot. He was exposed. His father was a preacher, pastor, but if you do not really have the serenity of God as the bedrock, as the foundation, you'll be arguing and snapping and not getting along with people everywhere. So it's so important to have that so that you can spread love and unity, peace, joy, the fruits of the Spirit. Hello. What about Song of Solomon? Or Song of Songs?
I'm not sure.
Well, you know, this is a book written by Solomon, and this first chapter is talking about a groom and a bride, and then there's like a chorus of people, bridesmaids, who are singing about the praises of the bride and the groom, their beauty. You know, they're talking about how lovely you are, how handsome you are. Thou art my beloved, yea, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. We're preparing for some great, relations, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then in verse 5, the bride is saying, I am black, I'm suntanned, and, listen. And she's like, oh, I'm too dark because my brothers or my siblings put me out in the sun to take care of the vineyards. Listen, the Lord created you perfect. And we're about to send a video as far as how God made you. There are no accidents as far as the features that you have, your skin tone, the number of freckles, your size, your height, whatever. God made you perfect, and he wants us to do beautiful works, and he wants us to have the number one love, his love. Amen. So you're going to talk about love in this chapter.
Yes.
But know that the love that God gives never fades away. Amen.
Amen.
Have a good evening.
Good night. So long.